Okay, this is going to be a short video, but this will be an extremely important video. I'm going to talk about success and establishment. They're not the same. If you confuse the two, as a man, you will lose, and you will lose hard. You're setting yourself up for failure. What do I mean? The second a man finishes law school or passes the bar or whatever he needs to do, gets this certificate or this training, or even lands that job, can we all say he's successful? Yeah, he's reached a goal. He's accomplished something. You've reached a certain mark, and we can say you're successful, right? Does that mean you're established though? No. Right? Simply graduating from law school does not mean all of a sudden you have money. Do you graduate or you pass the bar and they drop off a condo and an Audi? Do they? No. Does that mean you don't have to pay back your student loans and whatever bills that you have? No. Right? And like I said, it doesn't even guarantee you a job. But you've still reached a certain level of success. So it's safe to say that eventually this man will be established. But as of today, he is not established. Okay, the whole idea of being established, you have to let the money trickle in. Paycheck after month, this month, next month, this year, the paychecks start coming in, the bonuses start coming in. Maybe if you put some investments in, you're paying down some of your bills and your student loans, you're building up your credit. All of that takes time. Quite frankly, a lot of the younger people that we see doing well today, whether it's white, Asian, Middle Eastern, a lot of them are doing well because mommy and daddy helped them. But black people, we don't see this, we don't understand that. And it's very dangerous because you have a lot of men running around on some, I need to be successful, I need to be established, and you're comparing yourself to somebody who's got help from their parents. Like I said, when I graduated, it was a good time, but it was also, a time that, really was upsetting. And I will admit there was a whole lot of jealousy and envy, which is not a good thing, but, I'm keeping it real. Those sort of thoughts were running through my mind. To have my friend, who was a slacker, but graduated, got a car, got hooked up with a decent job, mommy and daddy put a down, a deposit on a house for him. And I'm like, wow. Not to top off that, his girlfriend or fiance's parents did the same thing. So just imagine an Indian couple. Okay, mommy, daddy say, hey, here's a car. You ready to buy a house? Here's, $50,000. And then the fiance's parents are doing the same, right? They didn't do that on their own. They got hooked up, right? So it seems like their success, predicated or created the fact that they were established, but it didn't. Them being established, they haven't reached that level. Okay, if you strip away what the parents gave to them, they're still a long ways away from being established, right? And that has to be noted, but a lot of people don't see that. But back to what I was saying before. As far as being established, that's going to take time. Okay? The young doctor who just finishes med school and residency or whatever he has to do, I don't know the exact process, he's not living like Bill Cosby. He's not established where, the daughter can say, oh, I'm ready to get a car. Like, okay, we're going to go out and I'm going to buy, my 16-year-old daughter her first car. What are we going to get you? Oh, let's get you some cute girly car. Let me get you a Lexus IS or something. That comes with a whole bunch of time. Okay? But before he was established, he was already successful. When Christopher Columbus, supposedly found America, okay, can we not say he was successful? Yeah. That's why we learn about him in school. But the second he found America and he was successful, was America then established? The second he found it, did we have all 50 states? So, I found America and we're going to have 50 states and everything's going to be set up. No. But no one said he failed. So I think it's very important. Let me stop it here because I don't want to, ramble on. But in closing, okay, you have to be successful first. Okay, and then through that success, you will get established. And you have to understand that as a man. You know, a lot of men think that, yeah, you get established, then you get the girl. That's not how it's working, especially for the cultural groups that are actually doing well. The men just need to be successful because it's already understood that being established will come later. Right? So the men still get what's the word I'm looking for? They still get the peace of mind. Okay, knowing that they're being chosen, right? Not because of the instant, you know, you're living this, you know, luxurious lifestyle. They get to know that, hey, you know, I was successful, but, you know, we were still working towards something. So the wife still has to prove herself, and, you know, she has to go through the whole idea of supporting him while he's working the long hours or studying so that he can get to that point of establishment. But if you wait till you get established, then you act as if you're going to go out, then you get the chicks. It's a lose-lose. Okay? Because every chick you meet will see that it's an instant snap your fingers. You're living this beautiful lifestyle. You go from, you know, 0 to 100 miles per hour, and they don't have to do anything. Just think about it. You're going to give me X, Y, and Z, and I don't have to do shit? Just show up, give you some sex every now and then? You've lost as a man if you get to that point. Because you're going to have some sort of regret. And you really can't blame it on the chick after that, right? You messed up by acting as if you shouldn't be looking, or you shouldn't be, you know, necessarily putting yourself out there, or that you should just, you know, remove yourself from the dating scene, or even just, you know, for checking for that other person that you may want to be with. So, you know, that's my vid. I know some people are going to disagree, but I mean, not to be rude or mean, but sometimes you have to understand that you have to be exposed to something to know about it. Okay? And growing up, I was exposed, okay, to this sort of background, this whole idea of highly successful men and what's going on in their homes and their communities. And you see what's going on. Okay? Even with my uncles. They got here, got good jobs, got educated, but they were still bumming. You know, I can still drive by all their old apartments and all the long days sitting there doing nothing, playing Nintendo while they're studying or doing some work shit, and they're driving a bucket with no air conditioning, right? I remember those long ass days, right? My parents were off at work during the summer and they would babysit, and that's what we did. Now it's all good because now we're chilling in, you know, half-acre homes, you know, pools, kids, you know, running around with, you know, all sorts of new toys, flat screen TVs everywhere. They're definitely established, but they were successful a long ass time ago. And the ones who are happily married were the ones who got with chicks when they reached success, before they hit established, you know, being established. And the ones who are struggling, the ones who pay all sorts of crazy ass child support, struggling with this problem and X, Y, and Z, were the ones who got established. Then they tried to find the girl, and they realized that you know, the chicks were bullshit, and that they were putting up this front because they knew they were going from 0 to 100, and they didn't have to do shit. They didn't have to put anything down. It was all given to them. So y'all take it easy. Damn, I went longer than I wanted to, but it is what it is. Peace out.